be here, and it's a wonderful occasion to celebrate such a valuable soul of Africa on such a beautiful day with these wonderful people and these young women that are close and are traditional and are proud of their tradition here. I'm glad that they are proud of their culture. It's normal, it's natural, it's unimposing, it's organic. What are the words that are not coming to my mind? But it's a proud tradition. It's ancient. It's old. I think the cloth is more unusual here. It's a beautiful.
To work in any culture, you need to embrace the culture and how it presents itself. It's for us to honor and really appreciate it. And I also see how the different tribes come together. And I also see the beautiful harmony of sisters. And yes, I embrace it and I honor the way these young, amazing women are dressed. And I'm actually very proud of them. Because it takes courage to believe in to be in your spirit, to be able to carry forth of part of the culture. And I'm very honored to be in these young girls' presence, in the understanding of moving forward. And I hope a couple of years we'll find more sisters coming to join. My response to that question, it's interesting because you deal with many cultures all over the world. But in Africa, we have so many cultures, and I will say the same. Respect for your fellow sisters and bring forth, embrace those cultures, embrace the rhythm, feel that rhythm in your heart, feel it under your feet, feel our spiritual healers, the dancers, the youth that's walking and running in the front line. Join them. Many cultures are fear-driven, and once it's fear-driven, that's where it goes pear-shaped and it goes wrong. It's to open your heart to Africa if you're in Africa and embrace humanity and the earth.
Perfect. I'll do that. In my opinion, it's difficult for me to express myself in a Western tongue. It'd be best for me to say it in Zulu, but then therefore they wouldn't understand because the message will not be interpreted correctly. So in my opinion, what I want to say is, once upon a time we were Africa. We did things in an African way. Then they came along, fine, we made peace with each other. I came after the peace because I was born in 94. After everything, they gave me the right to choose, and the right of choice was to choose my culture. In between the year, at the age of 24, they want to take away the choice and the rights. So now what am I supposed to do after such a long journey of doing this whole maiden tasting? What am I supposed to do now? All of a sudden, am I supposed to go to varsity and look for condoms in the toilets? Because that's what's there in all our schools. So what am I supposed to do now? Who am I supposed to be? Because this is the only part that I think I have so far that makes me Africa. And then after that choice, should you not want to prevent, you can have an abortion. After so many things, our culture in between that is lost.
I was going to ask, if they trying to ban this virginity testing and this maiden, what is it they are really expecting of us, or what are they trying to promote? If they don't see the importance of it, what is it that they actually want us to do?
It's your birthright. It's your birthright. And you are a pioneer of change. Change. You're going to be the examples of what it can be. In pride, in your own dignity, in your own courage.
I think the problem began, as you had said, that people fear what they don't understand.
Exactly.
This is where the problem begins. It is what they should do is humble themselves, come to us and ask us, what is it that you are doing?
trying to understand.
What is the importance of what you are doing to you?
For them to understand.
Exactly. And it's for them to dictate whilst they're sitting in their lovely houses, to dictate for me not to be a maiden.
Not knowing.
In my opinion, for me, they haven't said anything. They can fly down and come and tell me personally and have a discussion with myself. Therefore, I will fight for my rights, for my culture, for my Africa. This is the only part
that is
of
how is it threatening
yes.
to them.
After so many things that had happened during the war from Shaka and everything, this is the part that I have as a Zulu person.
Exactly.
If I am to lose this, who am I supposed to be?
You don't have an
Who am I supposed to be? And who are they to dictate who am I supposed to be? My statement is, after everything and after all the stories I've heard about Shaka being the great and the brave warrior, after everything and not being able to learn about my history during my school years and not being able to actually understanding it clearly without the hearsays, this is the only part that I have left of me being in Africa. You cannot and will not take the right away for me to exercise my culture freely in Africa and for me to be an African woman.
Oh. And I'm also a maiden of 27 years old. I've been in this journey for a while too. It's a choice. There's no one forcing you, because it's not only about the culture or about the testing. It is a sisterhood. It is a family. It's a place where you grow as a person in. It's just a place of love and support and comfort where each and every girl who's going through something can come here and say their problem, get advice. It's a very loving place, so I don't understand why would you want to take that away from us as young women, because clearly this is not killing anyone. Listen to us, understand us, and if you don't know, find out. It sounds moralistic that it is an abuse of women, which is for genetic testing or must be a maiden. It is done with love. It is done with choice. It's embracing who you are fully. So if you're wanting to take that away from us just because you lack understanding of it, it's very unfair.
I found so many powerful things that I could have learned as an African lady who was growing up, that Africans have always been kings, that we were the first to walk New York, that the great first Buddha was once a black person from Africa. So much power would have empowered me had I known from primary in my history lessons. I have known about that prince and what prince, but I lack so many things about my Africa. This is the part that I am not letting go.
As a whole, if they can make us fools to think that we don't know what we have, so they can use that against us.
The amount of power that we have,
that we possess.
It's the same thing that caused the women to even have a march, because the women were not allowed to have or to do things that men could do. Now they want to take young maidens. We are the future of this country. If I were to go to the parliament with so much stupidity in my mind of not knowing where I come from, where am I going to go?
Exactly.
There's a Zulu proverb that says, "Awukwazi ukuya phambili ungazazi uphumaphi." So who am I going to be from there? What am I going to talk about when I get to the parliament?
If you don't know your background, if you don't know
for me, in order for me to understand a Muslim, an Indian, I have to respect their culture.
Right.
Because I want somebody to respect my culture as well.
In order for you, even those other black or African people, they are also a sellout to us, to their own. It's a sellout. That's why the UN or the Western people think they have that much power to oppress us, because there's even our own people are turning our backs on us, on this tradition. So they're thinking if they can just buy a few people that can sell out, then eventually they're gonna win. They're gonna get what they want.
But it's not surprising, because when they came to Africa, that's what they did. They turned blacks against blacks. So that's the war we're still fighting.
That's how they work.
That is the war we're still fighting.
Because we still haven't conquered that within ourselves.
And now they still... And come to think of it, I don't think they just, out of the blue, out of a sudden, became and thought that maidens to stop. It became with us black people. We went and we wanted smiles. From them, we went and we wanted to drink tea and have cappuccino whilst talking about things that do not concern us at all. It's quite difficult for them to actually understand this, because they think deep down that somewhere in between we are not as into Western things as we are. We are very much aware of all the Western challenges, and we still stand as Africa. We've got advocates, we've got social workers, we've got so many people, we've got doctors. But the point is, we are still Africa. This is the part, like they've overstepped. Yes, this is for me. I am making the statement that you have overstepped. You need to know your boundaries.
Yes.
You did it before. You are not going to do it again.
Yes, I think because we've let them get away with so much, so they think they can just take even this one just like that. Unfortunately, you can't. This time, this will not go away. Yeah, the way you dance about with it, you know, you can just see that I'm not here because someone told me. I'm here because this thing, it speaks to me. True. Do you know what I mean? It moves. It empowers me. It gives me purpose to such an extent.
It is so spiritual. It's beyond measure.
Actually, I'm not even insulted, but the fact that they can make up such allegations to the fact that they can actually try and degrade us in our culture. I'm actually quite happy that they actually said those things that they said, because for me, I can now show them how proud I am of my culture. You know, I am proud of being black. I am proud of being a woman. And it's not like we're not educated or nothing. We are educated, and we're not even fought. So for me, I'm quite happy you all are lacking so much knowledge to the fact that you can't see the brightness of tomorrow.
I would say education is nothing to do with culture. I can be an educated black woman, but still love my career as much as I love my culture. Because that's what it's like what she said, that you can't have a significant, I won't say bright, but a significant future if you don't know where you come from, if you don't know who you are. That's true. So the love you have and the love you want for your future, academically or career-wise, shouldn't impact or affect negatively your culture or the fact that who you are and where you come from, or the overall being of yourself. So I don't think how that impacts my Western side academically and career-wise. I don't think I actually say it complements each other. Because I can fit right in the Western world because I'm educated. I have a bright future. My career is looking promising. But also culturally, I'm grounded. Do you know?
And you know where you come from.
And I know who I come from. I don't want to be this person. I think what they want us is to be these people who don't have direction.
Yes.
These empty people, they can just blow with the wind whenever direction they want. So if they say this is going to happen, they want us to just follow that way. No questions asked. So they're wrong now.
It is so
they have themselves to blame because they put, they made us want to be westernized, educated. So now we are, and we can see their fear. They expose themselves to us, actually. Yeah.
If you were to listen to Babu Kredri Mutua talk about an African, and then if you were to listen to someone who was just born yesterday talk about an African, they would talk of two different people. He speaks of royalty. He just speaks. The next person would just speak of a random black person. He says we were the kings. I would like to be the kings of Africa. I don't want to claim the whole world. I want to be the king and the queen, or I want to be the queen and the princess of the streets. I want to be the queen in my culture. I'm not fighting so many people. I want to greet, as she is here with us, it gives me so much pleasure, as I used to work in retail, where I would greet a white person in isiZulu and they would greet me back, because we are one. Yeah. Now, Western people want to come. They're going to come to us in the skin that is in white. And it's going to be like we're fighting with white people once again, which is not true.
Right.
Which is not true. Yes. You know? Exactly. Once again, we're going to fight for what? For nothing. Because once again, we've now, in KwaZulu-Natal, so far, we all friends. You know, when they speak in Afrikaans, I understand Afrikaans, but I cannot return it back. So I say it in English. So same to others. When you greet them in Zulu, they say other things. As Ma would say, Tamaku, she knows so much of that, and I lack the knowledge. She would teach me, and that makes me proud of her as an African woman.
Yeah.
So now when they come to us with so many English big words and they want to say so many things. Who do we feel is coming to attack us? White people. When it's not them, it's Western people.
Yeah, they're trying to destroy the bridge that we've mended over time.
Yes, exactly. They use the color. When we've like, I don't know what happened during the apartheid. I only know the hearsays. But all I know is now we became friends.
But the color is
Exactly. But now as they come with so many things, all we see is color. All we see is, I do not want to lie, all we see is color, because we now have this the history of, once again, white people who want to fight us. When it's not them, it's Western people. But to us, they come in color. Now they want to try to shut down so many countries. 26, I heard. It is such an embarrassment. They will not. It is such an embarrassment that they would even speak it in radios without concerning us.
But they must expose themselves first. Remember that.
Exactly. They need to come down, invite us. We will come to the parliament. I have the right to walk in like this.
We do that, yeah.
Exactly. I will do, and I will address, as I will say, that they must not come in front of us as white people. They must just come and say, I, as the certain country, think. Then we would know who is the enemy of us. Because it's not white people. It's misinterpreted. It's misinterpreted. We always think it's white people because obviously they come in English or they come in another not African language, and because we have so much bad history. But it's no longer about that. It has gone way past that.
It's now in the present and forward.
They can actually help us. As Ukoko is here, Ukoko is, I think Ukoko is a Sangom. She might be with us in the strike because she's fighting for what she knows. I'm fighting for what I know. She has so much knowledge to teach me as an African woman. Yes, once again, our right to choose and our choice is taken for granted.
Yeah. As a traditional healer, I'm young, I'm a traditional healer. I love who I am, I'm proud of it. I will not change myself, my identity, my roots, just to please somebody else who don't have enough knowledge or to bring them down to ask, what is it? What are you doing? What does it mean? How does it make you feel as a young woman? It makes me feel proud. I know where I'm going with my life. Because I don't pretend to other people who I am. I know who I am. I present myself to them and say, this is me. Whether you like it or not, that's your business. I'll go around the world dressed like this because I'm not ashamed. I'm proud. No matter who they are coming to us, ask questions before you just jump into conclusions. Ask before you make up things and make assumptions and make us feel bad of who we are. This thing, we didn't start it right now. It started by our forefathers. Back then.
And you called
back then. It's not just, and we're not harmed. We're protected by the women, by the mothers that go with us. They advise us. Zigcine njengentombi zihloniphe kuba umntombi bakho uziqhaze ngako. So amantombazane asilandelayo, what I would like to say to you, don't be afraid. Don't let them pull you down. Don't be shy or embarrassed about your body, about your culture, because this is who you are. God created you like this. Embrace it. Don't hide in fear or be scared. No. Let them just be stupid. It's their stupidity that make them think that they're clever, but they're not. So this is me, and I'm never going to change who I am. Never. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of showing your body, because all of this is Africa.
You maidens go forth as the bridge builders of bringing the memories back. And with that, through spirit, you know you're not alone. And you know what's your course. And you run like light warriors.